Hi guys, so today is going to be my first installment of Q&A me. I don't know what I just did. I've been wanting to film a Q&A video for quite some time now, and I reached out on Twitter and Instagram last night. I've also reached out in a couple videos telling you to leave the comments in the comment section of the video, so I'm going to answer a bunch of questions today. I'm really excited, and yeah, let's do it. Let me pull up my Instagram. I have my phone here. Isn't it cute? It's a kitty case. Can you see? It's sparkly and it's a kitty. Come on. You guys like really hooked me up with the questions. Like I was like, I am not gonna be cool enough for anybody to like ask me questions. You guys left me 90 comments. I feel so loved. Leanne asks, why do you only use OPI and Essie nail polishes and not any other brands? That is mainly because my OPI obsession started like literally maybe 10 years ago, and there's another question about that, so I'll get into that when that question comes. But my OPI obsession started, and I'm kind of like a collector kind of person. Like once I get obsessed with something, and I feel that I've always to tell people I have the collecting gene, so I kind of started collecting OPI nail polish, and at that point it was like, I'm so obsessed with this brand, and I obviously have a huge nail polish addiction. I don't want to like try any other polishes and get addicted because I just want OPI because I have so many already, and I don't want to like have the same amount of something else. So that's kind of like where it stemmed from. And then I started using Essie polishes, and then they started sending me their collections, and I realized that Essie is also an amazing nail polish brand, and they're just my favorites. I do have others, but as far as like a lot of the drugstore nail polish brands, I'm just not a fan. I do have like Deborah Lippmann, I have some Zoya, I have some like Nicole by OPI, so I do have some other ones, but when it like comes to like my collection obsessions, I try and keep it strictly OPI and Essie because I don't want to branch out and just become like the biggest nail polish hoarder in the world. Do you know what I mean? I trust them by now because I know that I love their polishes and their formula and their colors, so it's kind of like I just stick to those. That was a long answer, and we're only on the first question, so let's move on. There was a lot of questions about how long me and my boyfriend Bradley have been together. In September it'll be 2 years. There's a question for my top 3 favorite nail polishes, and I'm gonna go get them, so hold on. As if you need to know that I'm about to get up. Okay, so I picked these out really fast, which I think maybe is good because I didn't put too much thought into it, but I have my 3 favorite OPI nail polishes. I've done like a top 20 video, but I kind of want to do another one because I feel like obviously so much more nail polishes come out and my taste has changed, so I want to do another one, so I'll get around to that eventually. But anyway, my number 1 favorite OPI of all time is Sapphire in the Snow. This is so discontinued, it's not even funny, so I'm sorry for sharing, but it really is my favorite OPI. I'm stuttering. I love this color. It's my favorite OPI of all time. So there's that one. My second favorite is my Vampire's Buff, which is one of their holy grail ones, and a tag once it asked like, what nail polish do you go to if you don't know what else to go to, and it's usually always this, especially for my toenails. It's just, I love white nail polish, and this is a like creamy beige off-white color, and I'm just obsessed. I'm sure you guys have heard about this because it's a very popular nail polish, along with the next one. This is OPI Mod About You, probably their second most famous nail polish. It's a very creamy, light baby pink, and it just looks great on everyone. And it's just a bright pop of a light pink color, and I think it's so cool. So there you go. Did you ever have braces as a kid? Your teeth are so perfect. Well, thank you. And yes, I did. I had braces for 3 years. I was told it would be a year and a half. I had them for 3 years. I had those stupid rubber band things, and it screwed up my jaw forever. But yes, I had braces, and now I wear retainers each night to make sure they stay where they stayed, because you couldn't pay me money to get braces on my teeth again. Couldn't pay me. Haley asked, when and why did you and Kevin start Cheeseburger Sunday? Well, I started Cheeseburger Sunday 4 years ago, I think it was. We had like our anniversary the other day. I think it was 4. I started it because I went to the doctor and I was like 20. Well, okay, then maybe 21 if it was 4 years ago, because I'm 25 now. Okay, I'm ranting. I went to the doctor and I was young, and I had a little bit of high cholesterol, and high cholesterol runs in my family. And so he was like, you need to, you know, limit your red meat intake. And I love red meat. I feel like a lot of girls are like, I don't like red meat, I like chicken. I'm like, no, give me as much red meat as you can. So I told him, like, but Dr. Al, I love In-N-Out. Like, can I have it once a week? And he's like, sure. So I started it Cheeseburger Sunday, where I go each Sunday because I love Sundays. Go each Sunday, have a cheeseburger, and I kind of dragged Kevin into it. We've dragged other people into it. Now it's just kind of like a nice weekly ritual that I get to see a lot of my friends and have a cheeseburger, which is most important. Lauren asks, what is your dream role in a musical, and what is your favorite role you've ever had? I like those questions. I have 2 dream roles. My like, when I didn't start musical theater till I was a senior in high school, which is like late in the game. So kind of when I discovered that, I was really into The Little Mermaid, the Broadway version. So Ariel is one of my all-time dream roles just because I love singing Part of Your World. In my opinion, it's the best Disney song that exists. It's just such a good song for a cartoon to sing. It's just so good. So Ariel is one of my dream roles, but then when I went to college for musical theater, I discovered the show Sideshow, and it's about the Hilton twin sisters that were attached at the hip. And it's a beautiful show, and I really want to play the role of Violet in that show as well. Favorite class in high school? Choir. What is your all-time favorite musical? That would have to be Phantom of the Opera, and don't give me any hate for that. It is a beautiful, amazing show with the most beautiful like lyrics and melodies I've ever heard, and I just grew up really loving that show because my dad loves that show and he would take me to see it every single year at the Pantages, and it's just something I grew up with. So I feel like in order to love that musical like a lot of people do, you have to know it inside and out. So I do. I know every lyric of every character. I could perform that whole show for you. Well, maybe not. But yeah, that's my favorite show. Why/when did you start YouTube? I started watching YouTube because my close friend from growing up, Nicole Mollinger, who is now Nikki Philippi, had her own YouTube channel and she was like sharing it on her Facebook, and I was like, oh, what is this? So I started watching her videos, which led me to Miss Glamorazzi, which led me to Elle Fowler and Amariques and like all these people, and I was literally obsessed. Like I just watched it all the time. And I actually started a different channel called OPI Babe, and I would talk about just nail polish, and I was really enjoying that. Nothing really came of it. And then there was this one lunch I had with Nikki, and she like really convinced me to do it. She's like, you can do it. Like, you have a personality, you love to talk about nail polish, you could talk about whatever you wanted, like really commit and do it. So I bought this camera and I just did it. I think it was 2 years ago, I think. Somewhere around there, and I freaking love it. Yes, it's a way to make money on the side or money for your life, but like regardless, it's a way for me to be creative, it's a way for me to create things, create content, and I just freaking love it. I love to shoot, I love to edit, I love like the whole picture when it's done, like I'm just obsessed with it. And then the second part of that question was how has it changed? I think just like I'm still learning. I just recently got Final Cut Pro, which I've seen some comments of like you saying like you're stepping up your game, and I feel so great because you guys noticed, but I've gotten Final Cut Pro. I want to get lights, I want to like really get it, I want to get like a new lens, I want to like really master the technical side of it, because this part is easy, just like sitting down and talking to myself into a lens that's easy, but but I also want to get good at the behind the scenes stuff, and I feel like it's coming more to fruition with the JLT stuff because those girls are teaching me so much. And yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I had a lot of questions on my summer plans, and the only summer plan I have like travel wise and I'm really excited about, my parents live on the lake in North Carolina. They live on Lake Norman, so every year for the past 6-7 years we have spent 4th of July in North Carolina, my entire family. All of us go, my boyfriend's coming, like it's just a huge party on the lake, and fireworks are legal there, so we shoot off fireworks and I get to see my dog, and we're going for closer to 2 weeks this time, so I'm just really pumped and I can't wait. Someone says you can only use 3 makeup products for the rest of your life. Go. Okay, I'm gonna like, okay, I can't think. I'm going to assume it's like products and not like certain products, so I'm going to say a tinted moisturizer, blush, and mascara. Bam. What is a goal you have for the future? To get married and have kids. That's very simple and basic bitch of me, but it's true. I've always wanted to just have a family. I loved growing up with my family. Like, family time is just my favorite, so I cannot wait to get married and have kids of my own, and yeah, that's a goal for the future. Alyssa asks, what was it like on the Glee set? Which cast member besides Kevin was most welcoming? I visited the Glee set a lot of times because whenever Kevin was doing something like kind of cool or he had a feature, I would go and watch, and it was super fun. It's always interesting to like, I mean always, I say always like I do it all the time, but it was super interesting to see how a TV show is shot, especially a huge scale TV show like Glee where they do musical numbers and they're switching lights around every 30 seconds, and it was really cool. As far as most welcoming, to be completely honest, Corey Monteith was the most welcoming. Every time I went, he made sure that I was sitting in the director's chair and I had a set of headphones to listen to the scene that was going on if I was sitting in a different room and I couldn't hear it. He was always super nice, super welcoming, And yeah, my friend Kia asks, if you could only have your nails one color for the rest of your life, what color would you choose? I would probably just go with black, as weird and boring as that is, but like, oh my god, when October rolls around, I always have my nails black for my birthday because it just makes me happy. So, and I just think they look classic and they make my nails look skinnier, and I'm really pale, so it just like pops and it looks cool. So yeah, I would pick black. Someone asks, what's your opinion on tattoos on a girl and would you ever get one? Also do a what's in my purse soon. Love you so very much. Love you too. And I will do a what's in my purse soon. I think tattoos are awesome. I think if they are like nicely well thought out, well placed tattoos that mean a lot to you, like, I'm all for it. I personally don't think I could ever get a tattoo because I'm a Libra, I'm very indecisive, and there's no way I could decide on a certain thing to keep on my body for the rest of my life. Maybe if it meant like super a lot much to me, that's what I was gonna say, that's not correct grammar. Maybe if it was something that meant a lot to me and like I was passionate about it and in the moment I wanted to do it, but like I honestly don't see myself getting tattoos at all in my life, and also because I'm a huge baby and I probably wouldn't be able to stand the pain. Haley asks, when will you do a meetup? That is something I want to do. I was thinking that if I ever do one, which I will do one at some point, but if I do one, I think I will do it at downtown Disney, because whenever I post Disney pictures or do Disney vlogs, I get a lot of comments like, I was there yesterday, man, I wish I was there. You know, I think that's an easy place for people to go to in LA, so I'm thinking if I ever do one, I will do it at downtown Disney. A lot of you guys, when I mention North Carolina, want me to do it in North Carolina, so maybe I could do that at some point. Let me know if I would do a meetup, if you would come, because I feel like that'd be so sad and so embarrassing if I'm like sitting there like excited and nobody shows up and I'm like a loner and my boyfriend's like laughing at me. So let me know if you'd come, and we can definitely arrange that at some point. I am not opposed to that at all. I will do it. We just gotta set it up. Maria asks, favorite Disney movie as a kid? It was and is Alice in Wonderland. Something about that movie just struck a chord with me, and I used to watch it like every single day, and now it's still my favorite Disney movie, probably just because of the nostalgia fact, but I just love it. It's colorful, it's fun, I like the songs in it, and it just like anything that's nostalgic and brings me back to my childhood I love. So yeah. Haley asks, favorite US city and favorite vacation you've been on? I think my favorite US city is probably Los Angeles, as biased as that is because I live here. I love Los Angeles. I don't think I could ever leave or move. Obviously if I have to I will. I can't live without Disneyland and In-N-Out. So favorite vacation I've been on, the ones that instantly come to mind are the past 2 summers. Luckily my family has gone to New York City and I went with them obviously. We went to New York the past 2 summers and both of those trips were amazing, especially the one we took last year. We didn't have a lot of time. We had 2 full days without counting travel days, so we just did as much as we could in as little time as we could, and it was so much fun, and I was exhausted afterwards, but it was just like, it was great. So that, and then I think 5-ish years back, me, my sister, and my dad went to Disney World for a few days. We were in North Carolina, so we just hopped on over there on a 1-hour flight and had an amazing time. It was just fun to spend time with my sister and my dad, and I love Disney, so seeing Disney World was cool because I go to Disneyland once a week pretty much, and Disney World is like this whole big different thing, so that was really cool too. And I want to go back really bad. But yeah, those were the 2 that came to mind. Jessica asks, how did you start realizing that you love nail polish and when did you start collecting them? I was telling my sister this the other day. It was in my senior year of high school. I was watching a Pussycat Dolls music video, I don't need a man to make it happen, that one, and all of them had like dark maroon nails or dark blue nails or black nails, and they all just had really nice nails, and I was like, oh my gosh, that looks great. So like I went to get my nails done a dark color, and that's when I discovered the OPI Russian collection. So that was the first one I like ordered online. I ordered like all of them. I spent like $60 on this nail polish, and I was pumped, and I remember they came in the mail and I was like, yes! And ever since then I've had nail polish on my nails. I haven't gone a day without nail polish, which like I know I'm gonna get like, that's bad, you need to let your nail polish or your nails breathe. But my nails are healthy, they're fine, they're not yellow, so I am obsessed, and now I can't go with bare nails for more than 30 minutes. Someone asks, if you had to be locked in one ride, feature/area at Disneyland overnight, what would you pick? I would pick the Dream Suite, hands down. If you don't know what the Dream Suite is, it is a suite or apartment that Walt was building for himself to live in, but he died before it was finished or before he could ever live in it. It is directly above the Pirates of the Caribbean, so next time you're there, look around because because you can see it. It's right above. There's this balcony where you could watch Fantasmic, and I was lucky enough to be able to stay in it back when my dad's radio station worked for Disney. They did an event there and they let us stay in it overnight, and it was literally the best night of my life thus far. And it's so cool. Around 2 in the morning they come and pick you up and they take you out and you get to explore Disneyland. They give you like a private tour. So it was me, my brother, my sister, just roaming Disneyland at 2 in the morning by ourselves with all the cats, and it was super cool. So if I had to pick, it would be that for sure. But if you want me to pick more of like a ride, I would pick the Alice in Wonderland ride just because I feel at home there. Nikki asks, what's one of the beauty trends you wish would die off? I cannot stand the overlining of the lips. I know you people think I can't tell that you're doing it, but I can. Like, I can clearly see where your lip ends and your skin begins, and you're not fooling me. I hate it. I've never done that in my life. I can't stand it. I hate when people do it, celebrities do it, so I hope that dies out soon because, oof, drives me nuts. Someone said, can I touch your butt? Sure. Jessica asks, what's your favorite makeup brand? That is a tough one. Right now I'm gonna say Too Faced because I've been loving a lot of my Too Faced stuff. But otherwise, I don't know. I also really have been loving Makeup Geek. Like, oh, amazing stuff. So good, and I want to order more. So I'm gonna say those right now. I don't really have like a major, huge one. Also, I love NYX from the drugstore. So you keep changing my mind. Somebody asked, what do you love most about Disneyland? Literally everything. Also the food, probably, actually. But you could just drop me off there. I don't even need to ride any rides. I could just walk around all day and be perfectly happy. I just like being there, the sounds, the smells. I could do without all the people, but I just love being there. If you had to estimate, how many nail polishes do you own? I have no idea. I'll probably say 200, which, oh my god, that's embarrassing and a lot, but it's part of my job now. It's what I, you know, talk about most here on YouTube, so I'm trying to feel less guilty about it, but it's a lot of nail polish for one person. Amber says, your top 3 favorite YouTubers. Love you, by the way. You're so bubbly and you always put me in a good mood. That is so nice. Thank you. I love you too. My top 3 favorite YouTubers are Jaclyn Hill. Jaclyn Hill. I also love Nikki Phillippi, even though she's my friend. I enjoy her videos. They're really colorful and bubbly and well thought out, and she's a very positive person, so I enjoy watching her. And, oh man, I love Miss Glamorazzi. But I also, right now, I'm really loving Jessica Murphy. I don't know, there's so many I love. I can do a whole video on like my favorite YouTubers if you guys want me to, because I've been watching some of other people's and like it's amazing. So I'll do that if you guys want me to, but I'm gonna say for now, Jaclyn Hill, Nikki Phillippi, Miss Glamorazzi. If you and Bradley were 2 animals, which would you be and why? This is a very important question. Oh man, I always think of myself as like a cat, maybe like a leopard because of my freckly spots. Are we supposed to be the same animal? He, I think, is like a gorilla. He's just so like manly and powerful and like likes to work out, and like he also likes to like wrestle, so I feel like he's just like a monkey on the inside. But I feel like I'm more like a cat, like leave me alone, I don't want to talk to you type of person. We're gonna go with that. What is the one place in the world you want to go most? That's easy. I really want to go to Paris. There's a lot of things I want to see in Paris, but mainly I want to go to Disneyland Paris because they have a full-blown size maze, Alice in Wonderland maze, that I have to complete before I die. So Paris, I really want to go. I want to see the Eiffel Tower. Paris is something that I've always wanted to see and go to. That's a very basic bitch answer, but it's fine. What's your favorite emoji? I love you too. Oh, that's a loaded question. Let's take a look. I really obviously love the cheeseburger emoji. I also love the emoji where she's like, I'm gonna go with the cheeseburger though. I feel like I use that most often because cheeseburgers are my favorite. And in conjunction with that, somebody asks, what is your top 3 emojis in order? So right now, it is the kissy face one with the heart coming out of, it's like winking and kissing and there's a heart coming out of its mouth. I don't know what I just did with my face. There's a rainbow, which I guess I used on Instagram, and then there's the hands that are like this and they're black. If you could be stranded on an island with any celebrity, who would it be? Zac Efron for sure. Someone says, sick of my own voice, as much fun to do as it is to listen to. Yes, it is so much fun. If you don't know what Sick of My Own Voice is, it is my radio show that I do with my best friends every Thursday on Dash Radio. You can go to the Dash Radio app on your phone or dashradio.com. We are on the main stage channel on Thursdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're live for an hour. It is so much freaking fun. You should definitely check it out. And yeah. If you could take the look of any Disney female lead, who would it be and what would you do to make it your own? I would obviously be Ariel, and I would just wear some clothes. don't want to expose the midriff all the time, but like the hair's on point, the face is on point, like yes, Ariel, faux show. My mom chimed in and said, who is your favorite parent? Favorite thing about California? That would have to be In-N-Out and Disneyland. And the sun. If you could make an OPI nail polish, what would you name it and what color? I have a whole line planned in my head, so hopefully that comes to fruition one day. Maybe not necessarily OPI, but I want my own nail polish line so bad and it would be perfect. If you could share one day with one fictional character, who would you choose? I would choose Jack Skellington from The Nightmare Before Christmas. It's one of my favorite movies and I just love him. Like, he's my cartoon boyfriend. He could take me to Halloween Town, he could take me to Christmas Town. It would just be thebomb.com. And I think he's hot, which is weird. This is gonna be a long video, but I want to answer as many as I can. Lauren asks, if someone broke into your house and stole all of your makeup, what would be the first 5 items you'd repurchase? That's a fun question. Number 1 would be my Jouer Matte Moisture Tint. I wear it every single day, and I just like the consistency and the color and the way it feels. Number 2 would be my CoverGirl Clump Crusher, because it's my favorite mascara, and I cannot live without it. Number 3 would be Smitten, the blush from Makeup Geek. It's my new favorite blush. I wear it like literally every day. Number 4 would be MAC Soft and Gentle Highlighter, because it's an all-purpose product that I could use all the time. And 5th, I'm trying to decide between a brow product and a lip product. I'm gonna go with an Anastasia Brow Wiz, because like I feel like your face doesn't look put together unless you got your brows on, so I'm gonna go with that. That was fun. Good question, Lauren. Amy asks, if you could wake up tomorrow in the body of someone else, who would you pick and what would you do? Awesome question. Oh my god, I would be, okay, I'm obsessed with Ariana Grande and I would want to be in her body so I could feel what it feels like to make those noises out of your mouth. Like, she can sing so high and her whistle tones, this is, yes, I love my answer. Absolutely, I would be Ariana Grande so that I could like feel what it feels like to just belt that high and do whistle tones and just have a perfect voice. Yes. Yes. Emma asks, how did you start your Etsy company? What inspired you to do that particular kind of business? And then she also asks, what advice would you give to people who are thinking about starting a YouTube? Okay, so if you don't know, I have an Etsy jewelry business. I've started selling cameo jewelry like 7 years ago, and it's just a hobby that I do now. I started because I started making the jewelry for myself, and then I discovered Etsy where I was buying other people's jewelry, and I was like, hey, I could do this, so I just kind of committed and I did it, and I'm still doing it today. It's grown and grown and grown, and it's really fun and it's cool, and I just love Etsy as a place in general. And then advice for starting a YouTube, I would say just do it. Just don't be scared, do it, upload consistently, consistently, have good lighting, have good thumbnails, and just don't be scared, just do it, because it's fun, and if you do it consistently, you can't fail. I feel like you can't not grow if you keep putting content out there, and you'll meet a lot of great people and you'll have nice subscribers like you guys. You guys are seriously so nice to me. I get really mean comments sometimes on JLT and it makes me so sad, and I'm like, oh, I don't get that on my channel because you guys are all so nice, so thanks. Okay guys, so on that note, I am gonna go. I look very bright in the viewfinder. Hopefully I can tone that down in editing. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry if this was a super long video. I wanted to get as many of your questions in as possible. I love you guys. I will see you very soon with a random favorites or an empties. I'm not sure yet. But I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you again for submitting all your questions. That was so much fun. And we'll do another one of these sometime in the future. And yeah, have a good day. I love you guys. Bye!